We've been somewhat successful in the Big Ten, but it's a terrific league. Last year was probably the best league it had been in 20-some years, and then actually this year it's even better. So you got out at the right time. I know you miss it, but it is amazing. There is just no layups whatsoever in this league.
Mark, you and I have been great friends for a long time, but we have the Bills, my Bills, and your Chiefs going at it next Sunday night.
Yeah.
You and I have talked about this before because you know I'm a Cardinal fan and you're a Royals fan. So all that involved right here. This is how close do you follow the Chiefs and how much do you get into their games in the limited time you have during the basketball season?
Yeah, you know, it's really, John, it's the one thing that I really truly am a fan. And so I understand how fans are towards Maryland basketball or Wichita State basketball or Texas A&M basketball or Kansas basketball. So I kind of get it. You know, last night when Mahomes got hurt and they were making a run and I heard he was out for the game, I had to leave the room. I went and showered, got in the shower, and we got a big defensive stop, and then they never got the ball back. So, and you know, I followed the Royals close. I was at both clinching games when they beat the Cardinals in Game 7 and Saberhagen pitch. Yeah, I know they killed you.
Killing me.
Yeah, and that was in New York. I took my boys to when they beat the Mets a few years ago. You know, it was really cool. So I might be the only Royals fan besides George Brett that was at both game clinching World Series things. So it was, you know, special moments in my life. So hopefully the Chiefs, Mahomes will be healthy and be able to play on Sunday.
Mark, I'm watching this game. Now, you and I have been to Final Fours. We've been to a lot of situations. My heart is jumping out of my chest as I'm watching the end of the game. The same thing with the Cardinals. I said, what is wrong with me? I'm 67 years old. Why am I doing this?
Yeah,
so
it's but now you know why fans act the way they do with your teams, you know, and the things that you coach. So it helps me understand fan bases. And because I'm screaming when they threw that ball on 4th down, and I'm jumping up and down with my son yesterday, you know, so excited, hoping we get Mahomes back.
Well, he got helped out by a Michigan guy, Chad Henne. The Chiefs got helped a lot by him because he was there when he was Lloyd Carr's last quarterback. And it's just going to be a great game. But I've been a Bills fan. I was telling in the 60s when the Bills – where my dad took my brother and I were like 7 and 8 and we took him to the game and we stood on the field at the end of the game because there was nobody there. There was like 20,000 people at a game maybe. And we go way back with the Bills. That you and I also have the same birthday, February 5th.
Yeah.
And I always thought we had a lot of commonalities involved. You've gone, you know, from being a player, right? Yeah. By the way, do your players know that you were called Turgeon the Surgeon? Are they aware of that? Have you ever brought that up to them?
No, and I doubt they know. You know, kids today are a little self-centered. I do think they know I played at Kansas. Maybe the olden days it got mentioned a little bit more, but that was a great nickname. I was a high school coach, Chuck Miner. We were playing in the Topeka Invitational Tournament, and they were pressing us, and after the game, he kind of gave me he looked like Turgeon the Surgeon out there going through our press. So kind of stuck, and I love this. I've always given Chuck Miner a lot of credit for the nickname.
You've done that as a coach too. You've cut a lot of teams up, whether you were at Jacksonville State, Wichita State, Texas A&M, and now Maryland. The champion, I think what I realized when I came to the Big Ten is because I think we were one of the last conferences to have a tournament. Winning the regular season championship is huge.
Yeah.
20-game schedule to win it all. I mean, you guys winning it last year. I mean, it's people have no idea how that is cherished in our league, where maybe other leagues, it's more about, you know, the tournament. That was an incredible accomplishment by your guys, especially in this league. So you got to feel good about that. I mean, that was such a great run for your guys last season.
Yeah, it was terrific. And, you know, in our history, we've only won 7 league championships in 101 years. So for us to get that championship, and 2 of them were in the 30s in the Southern Conference, So for us to get that championship meant a lot. We've been somewhat successful in the Big Ten, but it's a terrific league. Last year was probably the best league it had been in 20 some years. And then
Yep.
actually this year it's even better. So you got out at the right time. I know you miss it, but it is amazing. There is just no layups whatsoever in this league. And, we're not a bad team, but we're near the bottom, and we can, if we play well, we can give anybody a game. So it's a tough league.
No, but you're not a bad team. You've played 8 teams or 8 high major teams right now, and all 8 are going to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, that just shows you where you are right now, is that, and could have won a couple of those as well. So those 2 wins at Illinois and at Wisconsin are, I say this all the time to coaches, the bad news is it's a great league. The good news is, when you were at Wichita State and when you were at Jacksonville State, you could win games, but it didn't get you in the tournament.
Yeah.
Now, every game you play can get you in the tournament. You have so many opportunities at this level, and this is a great year. But you've already started that resume. Even after you lose Anthony Cowan, Jalen Smith, I'm really impressed so far that you've been able to keep that team together, who expectations are higher because you made them higher. Yeah. And now the schedule's been tough. And now going into late January and February, I mean, I like the numbers on your team are really good. I like your chances going forward.
Yeah, we kind of figured out who we were finally. You were trying to be a certain team. You're not together all summer. You're not together. We weren't even really together in the fall. COVID hit our team in the fall. So we thought we were going to be a certain type of team. And we found out that we weren't going to be that team. So we had to really change up the way we were approaching things. And I think it's made us better. And then we lost Darryl at halftime of the Michigan game. And really, he didn't play at Indiana, a game that we led by 10 twice. And then the Iowa game was his first day back with the mask. He was a mess in that game. And, and Iowa's terrific. But so I feel like with him back now, we're a much better team. We're still trying to build depth. But, yeah, it's like you said, every night. And we've played them all. We played all the top teams already. We're playing Michigan for the second time here coming up. So, it's a terrific opportunity every night to continue to build your resume. And so it keeps the guys engaged, knowing that we're right there. If we can just really get it together and start winning at home, hopefully, then we can, have a chance to play in the NCAA tournament again.
Well, I think what's missing this year, we all are aware of it, is, the crowds. And I got how the Maryland crowd is scripted and the flash mobs and all these things. I mean, there's very few times that I would play and I would look into a crowd. But there was a couple of times in our games over the years, I would look into the crowd and see what's going on and said, man, that must be so much fun, but how hard they work at it. So do you miss that? Do your team miss that a lot?
Yeah, we miss our fans like crazy. I mean, there's some teams that are good at home, and they don't have great fan support. We've been great at home, and there's been some times where we should have lost games, but our fans just didn't let us lose games. And I played at a school like that, University of Kansas, where we'd be down and you had no chance at winning, and then the fan base would bring you back. So we really miss our fans. Obviously, we're not quite as good a home team. We're not as good a team as we were last year. We're not, we miss our fan base. And, there's certain schools when they said no fans, it made a dramatic impact, and it made a dramatic impact on our team. Yeah. So, we miss them. They're crazy. They work hard at it, and they get after it, and they love their Terp basketball. So we miss them. Hopefully next year we'll get everybody back in the stands, and they'll help us win games, all those close games that we were able to win last year.
Well, not only are you going to have the fans back, but you're going to have this whole team back. You only have 2 seniors that play, and this is their time right now, that they're not looking over their shoulder. They're out there playing. And next year, these tough losses that you've had, you're going to look back next year and say, man, I'm glad we went through that, because it make you a better team now in February, but it also really is going to show up in February and then next year as well. So I love what your teams always get better. Yeah, I love the way your teams play. I'm looking forward to I'll watch your game against Michigan tomorrow. I always thought I always thought when you play a team, do you want to play them when they're really playing well or have an upset? I always preferred if they had a monster game the game before us, than coming off of their angry. So who knows how they'll come off of that thing, but they're a very talented team, but I know you'll be ready for them.
Yeah, and you said it best. You and I talked about it. It's no fun going through what we're going through, and sometimes recruiting goes real well for you, and sometimes you miss out on some kids, and we kind of went through that in the spring, and it's kind of set us back a little bit, but we are getting better. I'm really proud of Akeem Hart. We moved him to point guard. He didn't come here to play point guard. He's doing a great job. It's hard to win without a true point guard, especially in this league, but he's doing a great job with it. We've just made a commitment to making our young guys better. We feel like we're going to have, like you said, almost everybody back. We've recruited pretty well. Yeah. Hopefully the spring recruiting will go great for us. But, I don't know how this season is going to end. Hopefully great for us. Hopefully we figure out how to get an NCAA tournament. But I think we'll be back where we've been, the last few years next season. So we're looking forward to that. But we're really trying hard to get these young guys better and win as many games as we can this season.
Well, I have no doubt in that at all. When Maryland entered the Big Ten and Mark Turgeon entered the Big Ten at the same time, the league became better overnight. So it's great having you in the league. It's great having you on the Big Ten Network, and just good luck the rest of the year, Mark.
I appreciate it. Happy birthday on the 5th.
You too.
All right. Take care.
You too.